Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. How's everybody doing today? Okay, so on my last video, it was scenario 7, part 5 of Carrier Battle. And I finished the video and one of you guys wrote to me and went, "Hey, you forgot your modifiers on your surprise attack." And I'm like, oh no. And I thought, okay, well, shame on me. That's what I get. But it was a long video. I was tired at the end of it. And sure enough, I went to bed and I was still thinking about that. And I went, oh man, that's like a huge mistake. So I know I always say my rule is that, hey, if you make a mistake, shame on you. If you make a mistake that affects the game or the AI, then you have to correct theirs. But in this case, I'm not letting this one go, because this may be a game changer. And the whole purpose of this is not to make mistakes and not correct them, because I do correct my mistakes whenever you guys point them out. This one I'm definitely correcting, because all it was I forgot to do my +5 modifier onto each attack roll for my bombers when they attacked the Butai 3. So what I did was I went back and I watched my video there when that happened, and I wrote down there's 6 rolls. I had 2 rolls that had no modifier, and then I had 4 rolls with a +1 modifier. So I went down, sorry, I gotta look where I'm at. I went down and I wrote down, okay, for 6 rolls, what did I roll and how many hits did that generate? And then I came over and I added 5 to that roll, and how many additional hits did that generate? So you can see the first roll I rolled a 1, which was 0, but when I add 5 to it, that gives me a roll of 6, which is 3 hits. So I gained 3 hits right there that I should have taken. So I did that, and I gained a 3, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 2. Okay, that's a total of 3, 5, 8, 10, 12, 14 hits that I should have taken, that I am going to take. No way am I letting that go. I can't. If I do, I just put the game up, because it's a game changer, right? And I don't want anybody to feel like they shouldn't correct that. If I make a move or I forget to launch something, shame on me. That's on me. And I let those go. But this is just the fact that I forgot to add a die roll modifier. So I'm not breaking my rule, but I am letting you know, when you're playing the game, if you make that mistake, I guarantee you're going to go back and fix that. Well, I'm going back and fix that. So I'm going to go over to the board and we're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to show you 14 hits, I believe, is going to sink all their carriers now. But I got to make sure. It might not. It might not. So, but it's going to take the other big one out, and the one that I had only 1 hit left to sink. So it may leave him with a damaged light carrier. So that's what we're going to find out. And then what happens is they lose all those air points that those guys had. So it's going to make a really big difference here for that Butai 3, whether I even mess with him anymore now, because I got other fish to fry now. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to the board. We'll get reconnected, and then we will, I'll show you what the damage results are. So that's the purpose of this video, just to show you we made a mistake. We're going to correct it. It's all part of the game. When you're playing your game, I want to make sure that you would do the same thing, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to do this. And then I just want to say to everybody, while I don't very often video myself talking, my wife says that I should do this more because you get to put a face with the voice and stuff. But the thing that I do want to say is thanks to all the subscribers that take the time to watch my videos. I do it for fun. I'm not in it, I'm not in it to make money or fortune. I just do it for fun because I like to do it. And hopefully, you guys get something out of them. I know some people are like, man, I'm glad you're doing that because I see how to do that now. So I'm hoping that we're doing stuff. That's the whole purpose of why I do this. So I really hope you do get it. If you're new to the channel, I always say this, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up for the videos, because it really does help the channel on the YouTube searches. All right, well, enough of that jibber jabber. Let's get over to the board and let's see what we got to do here. Okay, so here we are, Butai 3, and we're going to apply 14 hits. Again, we had 3 and 2s, 5, 3s makes 8, 10, 12, 14 hits. So I already started this one, so I would finish him. So that's one more hit off of him because he had 3 on him. I had the 2 and the 1 on him, so that's 3 hits. So he's down. So we eliminated him. I'm going to take 10 more hits off of the Taiho CV. That eliminates him. So that's 11. So that means I put 3 hits on the last CVL that's there, which is the Unryo. I know I butcher these names. I just know I do. See if I can focus that or not. Doesn't look like it wants to. Okay, anyway, he's there, and he's got the 3 hits on him. Okay, so that takes those out. So now what I have to do is come back over, and we're going to have to refigure the air strength here, because we just devastated that. Okay, I also made one other error. These ships did not get sunk yet. They're still on the board. So let's put them back on the board here. We have the Shokaku, the Taiho, and the Shaitos. Okay, but what they did happen to them was they took all the hits still. So I got 5, 7, 9, 10 hits here on the Taiho, which is his limit. I don't have enough of these to make all these different ones, so I used it 7 and 1 makes 8 on the Shokaku, and 4, 2, 3, 4 on the Shaitos. Okay, now, but because I reached their limit, where they are now crippled. So these guys are also crippled right here. Oops, not him. These guys. 1, 2, 2, and this is a crippled marker. And crippled. Okay, so crippled means they can't move. If the rest of the task force moves, the only time they can move is on a part of the day that ends with 30. Okay, so the next turn is going to be at 12:10. They won't be moving. The rest of the force may leave them behind. They're actually crippled, and they're going to be represented by a ship towing them, but they just don't show the ship that's actually towing them. Okay, so what also happens is I don't reduce their air strength yet. So all this air strength that I had there, 8 and that 5, that makes the total of 23 that we had. There was 10 already lost. They're still in the servicing part of the track. So they can still launch, but every turn, what's going to happen is this turn is the current turn that I just finished. That's the hit marker. At the end of this next turn, 12:10 turn, that's going to become hit previous turn. And then on the next turn, which would be 14:50, those then become sunk. So that's when all 3 of them are going to sink, and I'm going to get my credit for them. Okay, so I just wanted to show everybody. I'm glad that I had to go back and recheck that, because that caused me to read the ship damage. So these markers, if they leave, the ship marker actually gets left here on the board. All right. So they've got crippled ships. They're in trouble. That's for sure. And we'll see what happens on the next turn. But big game changer. I wanted to show you that. I thought it was really important that we did that. And we haven't lowered our index yet, because all that still counts right there. They were on the 23 for their marker, and I should get that back out. See if I can find it real quick. The only reason I want that there is it helped me keep track of how much strength they had there, and you know that's a big help when you're playing the game. So let me find that marker. There it is. So he was a 2CV, 1 CVL, and he ended up being a 2CV, 2 CVLs, but that was his Intel level, and he's actually an Intel level 4. So I guess really I don't have to have that. I'm represented it with the markers of, he's got 23 there. He's got 5, 10, 12, 13, and that's the 23 for his air strength. So he's all set there with his. Okay, I think that's it. I hope this helps a little bit and helps you see what to do when you finally get to hit. They don't go away. It takes a couple turns for them things to sink. Man, I was so excited I want to sink them right then, but it really didn't. They stayed there as marked like that. Okay? All right, well, you know what? Here we go. We definitely have these guys did some damage to them this time. So I'm looking forward to the next turn, and that'll be coming up soon. And in the meantime, like I said before, I hope you enjoy the playthrough. I hope this helps you see what to do as far as marking ships when you damage them and how they're going to act. And then, you know, I'm looking forward. It's getting midday. We'll see what happens next. We got a lot of activity happening down here that I'm going to have to. I got my my scouts are coming back in here. Search planes, they're coming in to land, so we're going to get them in, and I got to get them up and through the fueling process, and hopefully they won't launch any other strikes against me. But again, you never know. And over here I've got one intercept up, so if he does, I got a cap ready and I got fighters servicing, so you know, we can get them launched too. So we'll see what happens. It's all really interesting right now. All right, please subscribe if you're new. Give me a thumbs up, please. I'll see you guys later.